Welcome to Living Local with Frisbee Real Estate, where we connect neighbors, businesses, and stories because home is more than four walls. I'm your host, Ed Frisbee. Join me as we sit down with local business owners, community leaders, and neighbors to share what makes Western North Carolina such a wonderful place to live. Let's jump into today's conversation. Hey, it's Ed, and we're excited to have our special guest, Shepherd Benson, with United Contracting and Roofing out of Greenville, South Carolina. They also service the Hendersonville, Asheville market as well, and in Georgia, I've learned. But I'll let Shepherd tell us all about that. Shepherd, thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Give us a quick overview, and then I have lots of questions for you.
Yeah, oh boy. So United Contracting Roofing started in Clarksville, Georgia about 9 years ago. And then they started growing a lot more. And so they moved up into the Greenville area. And so that's where I've been. I'm a Hendersonville native though. So I was, raised in Hendersonville, been here my whole life. I just got married a couple months ago. And so hoping to move, down towards the Greenville area. But, I asked my bosses and everything. I was like, well, what do you guys think about, Asheville and Hendersonville markets and stuff? Like if I have jobs up there. And they said, man, go ahead. Like if you've got people up in Hendersonville, we'll service them as well. And so it's a growing company, but they've been really good.
And have you had many opportunities in this area to do roofing?
I've had a couple opportunities. So there's been people that I knew just from, growing up, and they would give me a call. And so I've gone and done a couple inspections and things like that. So.
Awesome. I'm amazed at how many South Carolina plates I see from different vendors that are in the area. I mean, it's been happening for years, but especially since I think Helene, a lot more have moved this direction. So.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely like a lot of crossing over from, North Carolina and South Carolina. And it's funny because oftentimes when I'm doing a job for somebody in South Carolina, they see that I have North Carolina plates because I live here at the moment. And they're like, you're from North Carolina. What are you doing here? And I'm like, guys, I promise I'm like 30 minutes up the road. Like I'm still from this area. I'm not running out on you. I'm not a carpetbagger or anything. You can trust me. So yeah, there's a lot of crossover for sure.
Which is crazy in real estate because I don't think many people look at a map and realize the proximity.
Oh yeah.
For Hendersonville to Greenville. I mean, it depends on which part of Metro Greenville you consider, but if it's Travelers Rest or something, then it's 30 minutes away, which is basically the same distance to Asheville. So, which is a great position to be in. So what have you learned since you've been in roofing?
Man, I've learned quite a lot. I came from the service industry. I came from Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
And so this was the very first thing that I did in kind of construction, contracting, that kind of industry. And so I learned a lot about roofs in particular, because that's what we specialize in. And mostly just how important a roof is. It's the number one investment that you make on your house, because if the roof is leaking, everything underneath is not protected anymore. And so it seems like kind of a boring upgrade or like a boring thing to work on or to get replaced. But in actuality, it is the number one most expensive and most important part of your house.
So all roofs are not created equal?
No, there's definitely some like lower grade ones. There's some higher grade ones. The lower grade stuff costs around like $400 a square.
And when you say stuff, meaning shingles, right?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, because we go all the way up to metal. There's even like slate that you can put on your roof.
Wow.
And so like the lowest stuff is about $400-ish a square. And then a square is just, 100 feet square. So $400 a square. And then the top stuff is like $1,000 a square, something like that, $2,000 even.
And does it change by appearance or just by quality and longevity?
Yeah, that's a good question. It changes a lot of different things. So the higher end stuff that you get is going to increase the lifespan of it, because nowadays we've got metal roofs and those don't wear and tear at all. Like unless a tree comes down and runs all the way through it, then you really don't need to replace it, especially if it's something like standing seam roofing. There's a lot of them that look like shingles, but they're actually metal roofing.
Oh. And
it's called stone-coated steel. And so it looks like it's an asphalt shingle, but it's actually metal. So there's a lot of cool options coming out. They're even working on stuff like solar-powered shingles.
And
so
you
it's
can't
like
even tell it's a panel?
Well, you can a little bit. It's not like, wow, I wouldn't even know, But instead of putting a solar panel on top of the roofing system, your just whole roof is a solar panel, essentially. So
that's really
pretty
interesting.
Cool.
So you've been on roofs
Yeah, a couple of them.
And do you ever get nervous or wear special ropes or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. We on roofs that are pretty steep. I mean, I've got my special boots. They're
Oh,
called Cougar Paws, and it's like foam pads on the bottom.
they're
So
called what?
Cougar Paws,
Oh,
and
it's
they help.
legit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is, and so it helps you stick to the asphalt shingle really, really well.
do they look like those big slippers I've seen advertised with paws?
No, I wish that would make them really cool, but no, they just look like work boots, but they've got
Okay.
this weird like membrane on the bottom.
Huh.
And so it helps you climb a lot safer. And then we've also got ropes if it's really steep. So, I mean, I grew up doing rock climbing and stuff. So it definitely was freaky at first to trust your equipment because when you put the Cougar Paws on, it doesn't seem like you should be able to stand on that steep of a roof.
Yeah.
And so your brain is like freaking out, like, you need to put like all hands on deck, like you should be freaking out right now. But once you trust your equipment, then it's like, oh, this is no
They
big
really
deal.
do work.
Yeah, they really do
That's
work.
really interesting.
Really
I've never
well.
heard of that.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what Spider-Man wears.
it's possible. I
Huh.
think he's got something like that
Huh.
for sure.
So, gosh, if you're on steep roofs or roofs in general, and here it is in the fall, do y'all hang Christmas lights?
That's a great, for the right price, I'd do about anything, Ed.
That's good to know.
That's for sure.
So, I have more roof questions, but since people are listening and might be wondering, how do they reach you
So
if they like what you said already?
well, that's the ticket. So
Yeah.
my work number is an 864 number that I use.
Okay.
It's 864-660-3529. And then they can also just email me. It's sbenson@roofingunited.com. And so
Gotcha.
there's a couple ways.
And so, not to be confused, there is another roofing company in the Greenville area with
Mm-hmm.
United, but they're called something different.
They're just United Roofing, I
Okay.
believe.
But you are United Contracting and Roofing.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And y'all do commercial as well or just residential?
Yep, we do commercial and residential.
Okay.
I'm on more of the residential side, but I definitely know the people on the commercial side.
Right.
So if you got questions.
And same for this area, Asheville, Hendersonville area,
Yep.
commercial or
Yes, sir.
residential. Okay. So, what made you jump into roofing? Because you've kind of been all over the board.
Yeah.
Shepherd used to help me with social media. He's great with photography and drone work, and he's a creative mind. And as he said, he recently got married. He has a big heart for missions. He's kind of been all over the board. But yeah, what brought you to roofing?
So, yeah, that's an interesting question. Like I said, I grew up in Chick-fil-A, and so I knew like my heart wasn't completely locked into that industry, like the food and beverage industry. And so I was like, you know what? I got to try some other things. And God led me to Mexico, where I was a missions director for a church down there. And that's where, we got to know each other a little bit better when you came and visited me.
Yep.
And we had a trip together. And then I came back. I worked for a hotel doing their in-room dining for a little bit, and came to the point where I was like, I really need to try something different, like a different style of thing. And at that hotel, I was making some tip money, and I really liked it because I was like, man, if I do my job really, really well, and I put on a really good face and people really like me, they end up tipping more, and I can make more doing the same amount of work if I do it with all my heart and I put my all into it, like I normally do, because I like to do things with excellence. And so I just did a couple tests to see what I might be good at, and sales is something that popped up. And so I just researched a bunch of jobs on Indeed, found one in sales, and I was like, well, might as well try it. And what do you know? I like it a lot because it gives me a lot of freedom of schedule, and it also equates, like, how much I make depends on how good I am at the job.
Right.
And so because I have, a conviction to do everything with excellence, I'm able to make a little bit more than if I was just doing an hourly job or a salary position or something like that. And so I really love connecting with people as well, and I love getting to know new people, and I just love the sales space. It's fun for me. It fits in.
Well, you do well at it.
Yeah.
You speak well. You look at people. You're a good-looking young man, so those are
Thank
all
you, Ed.
positive for you. Yeah, I don't mean that in a creepy way. So I never thought about this till as you were talking about it. But you grew up in the Hendersonville area.
Mm-hmm.
You keep mentioning Chick-fil-A because your family has a Chick-fil-A or
Right.
two in the area.
Yeah.
Your siblings have worked in Chick-fil-A. So I ask this for personal reason, and I'm not jabbing at any of my children, but it's natural for them to get out of this area because it's a smaller area, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have those struggles? And if so, what brought you back to the area?
Yeah, that's a really that's a really good question because I mean I did leave for a little bit and I went to Mexico and I kind of was able to try some different areas. What I really love about this specific area is just it's a good home base. Like it's hard to leave the Appalachian Mountains and not want to come back. We have the mountains, we have the ocean that's pretty close. We have four seasons. That's something that you don't get a lot of other places. And so this is definitely home for me. And I want to build, a home base and put down roots in this area. It was good to get away for a little bit just to kind of find out who I was outside of, my family and just kind of grow up and be my own person, if that makes sense. And so I would say at the end of the day, the biggest thing that brought me home wasn't all of that. It was God. Like God brought me back to this area and I didn't know why. And because I thought, this is a small town. Like what is there for me here? I don't know what I'm doing here, but God brought me back and I didn't know why. So I just started getting involved in anything that I thought God would want me to be involved in. And so I started, going to Young Life, volunteering with them and a lot of other things. And that's actually how I found my wife. He brought us together through that. And so now looking back, I'm like, oh, well, he brought me back because he was trying to get me together with my wife,
Had you ever known her before?
No, which is crazy.
In this small town?
Yeah, 10 years. We both lived in the same city of Hendersonville, small town, 10 years, never ran into each other. We have the same friend groups and everything and never crossed paths. So that's encouraging for people out there that are looking for a spouse. They're like, I need a bigger pond. No, no, you don't. You just need to meet everybody in your small town.
I was talking with someone earlier, and they came from, they call Tri-Cities, Johnson City, Tennessee area, right?
Right.
And just because of the shape of North Carolina, we think of people not from the area always think, gosh, Greenville, South Carolina must be far away, or Knoxville or Johnson City must be far away. In reality, it's not.
Yeah.
We think of Hendersonville and Asheville area, kind of our area, but again, Greenville's 50 minutes away. Johnson City's an hour away. Unless you're in Asheville, then it's 40 minutes away, right? So I don't think people have a good understanding of the geography of this Western North Carolina area. But so when Shepherd's talking about a home base, at least I hear him say, it's kind of that big circle vicinity. It's not necessarily Hendersonville per se, but it was within a driving distance.
Yeah, for sure.
There's quite a bit to offer in this area. Yeah. So topography, climates, choices of entertainment and foods and all that. Food. Let's talk about food, Shepherd.
Oh, I like.
So if you have somebody visiting the area, do you have some places you recommend? Hey, you got to try out.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been making a list of like me and my wife's favorite places to.
Because of the podcast, you've been making a list, or just in general?
No, I didn't know this was going to be a question. This is off the dome. So, top one that me and my wife would love right now is Campfire Grill. Have you been to Campfire Grill? It's right over there in Flat Rock.
I know where it is, and I've never eaten there. I've met somebody there, but I did not eat. I watched them eat. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to
I hear
eat
great
at
things
Campfire
about
Grill.
it.
It's
You're the
fantastic.
first to tell us that, so I appreciate
Really?
that. Yep.
Okay.
On the podcast.
Maybe I'm divulging a secret and I'm going to crowd the place. It's already pretty crowded because it's
What's
a
your
good
favorite
spot.
dish there?
Man, I've been trying everything.
Okay.
So their burgers, fantastic.
Huh.
Their, what is it that I had this last time? Their queso. It's not just queso.
Really?
Oh, it's really good.
Wow. And you've lived in Mexico and El Paso. So
Yes, I have.
That's a lot to say.
It is. Yeah. They hand make their own chips that you dip in the queso, put their own seasoning on it. Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Oh, it's so good.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So that's fantastic.
I'm going to interrupt. You said burgers. You have to try, it's Acoustic Cafe. Their smash burgers, delicious.
Yes. I had that the other week. Acoustic Cafe is one of our favorite spots.
Okay.
Right there on the Acoustic Trail, you know, get your coffee, ride a bike. It's good. So
I interrupted. So your number one was?
Yeah. Number one's definitely
Grill.
Campfire Grill.
Yep.
We do love the classics, white duck taco. Can't go wrong with white duck.
Do you like Tipsy Taco?
Tipsy Taco is also very good.
You like white duck better, I guess, right?
This is controversial. I definitely like white duck better.
Okay.
My wife likes Tipsy better, but here's why. She loves their queso.
Oh.
And so the queso it's got more weight to it, It's a weighted kind of test. So she weighs the queso heavier. I weigh the tacos heavier. So
see, I like Tipsy better than white duck personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're both great, but
they are
for whatever
can't go
reason.
wrong.
Yeah. All right. So number three.
Number three, man, I'm gonna have to say Brooks Tavern. is a
Oh.
local spot. I don't know if you've been to Brooks Tavern.
I have.
Their bacon is fantastic. Oh my gosh. They let you order a
I
pint
forgot
of
about
bacon.
their bacon. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's huge.
there's not a lot of places that'll just let you order a pint of bacon. And I do it about every time. I'm
That's
telling you.
funny.
It's good
Wow.
stuff. And then obviously Chick-fil-A.
So, yeah,
Steak.
Chick-fil-A. What about in Asheville or Greenville? Do you have some places, food?
Asheville and Greenville. Man.
You don't have to. Just curious. You didn't have to pick
Yeah.
Hendersonville per se.
Biscuit Head. Fantastic.
In Asheville.
Good place.
Yep.
Yeah. Biscuit
And they've
Head.
expanded.
They have. Yeah. They got a few locations now. Quite
Just
a
like
few.
Tupelo Honey expanded.
Exactly. And then Greenville. Man, we haven't been to like a ton of places in
Okay.
Greenville yet. We're still like trying all these different, spots. One that I really want to visit though is called Pickle Park. I don't know if you've heard about Pickle
No.
Park. They got pickleball, they got food, and we're just trying to clear our schedule one night so we can go down there and hang out. But I've
They
heard
probably serve
heard it's
pickles.
fantastic. I would hope so.
Yeah. Nothing like a good pickle.
Right?
So you're outdoorsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you have friends, family visit, what are some of your top places you tell
Yeah.
them, hey, you got to do this while you're in town?
I would say definitely got to go to, DuPont, Pisgah. Those are some beautiful mountain views. You get to see the waterfalls. You get to, have a good time. Definitely got to see the fall colors for sure. Blue Ridge Parkway. Got to go up there. Me and my wife were just up there, I guess this past week.
And how do you get to the Blue Ridge Parkway?
So I go up all the way to like the Biltmore
Okay.
house exit, and then we get on there. And then we actually go towards like the Pisgah direction.
So towards Brevard and get
Yeah, I
off
guess that'd be
that way.
west. Yeah.
Okay.
Towards
Gotcha.
Brevard. And it's really pretty. There's some good pull-offs up there. It's very vibrant. Only got like a week or two left.
I know. We're getting towards the end.
Mhm.
Did you still see damage from the hurricane, right?
While I was up there,
On the Parkway? No?
not a whole bunch. No, we didn't drive for like a whole long period of time, but I know they definitely had to rebuild some spots because,
You could tell, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it was good. The colors are good this year because, in my opinion, we haven't had like a giant downpour because
Yeah.
normally when it gets to its best, we get a giant downpour and knocks all the leaves off. But this year, we haven't had that.
True.
We had a little bit of rain, but it wasn't heavy rain.
Yep.
So
It's been a light, steady rain.
it's been good.
Kind of like a Seattle rain.
Exactly. I think you're right about that.
Thanks. So you said DuPont.
Mhm.
Golly, I went blank.
Pisgah,
Thank
Blue
you.
Ridge Parkway.
Yep. Anything else?
Let me think. Man, the downtowns in this area
Yep.
are fantastic.
I agree.
Like downtown Hendersonville, downtown Brevard, cute little downtowns. Just go walk downtown, go to a
Yep.
coffee shop, eat some food. It's a good day. To
Bacon.
have.
Now I'm thinking about
Get some bacon. I'm telling you.
A
That
pint
bacon's
of
good.
bacon. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that in my head. How
It's
big is a pint of bacon?
So last time I went, they brought it out in like, I don't know what they would normally use this for. Sometimes they put fries in like that
Oh, yeah.
conical
Yeah.
basket.
Yeah.
It's like that, but just bacon.
Is that on the list, like on the menu?
Yeah. I
I've
think
never
it's
seen
listed
it.
as a side.
As an appetite? Oh,
Yeah, or like an appetizer.
wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. If you get a burger there, definitely got to replace, because they have the special bacon, and then they have the regular. It's like peppered
Yes.
bacon, and then the regular. Definitely got to substitute the peppered bacon on any burger you get there.
So you like the peppered bacon?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the good
That's
stuff.
what's in that's the pint of bacon is
Mhm,
peppered.
exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's so good.
Speaking of bacon, have you ever had a bacon and peanut butter sandwich?
No, Ed, I've not.
That's got to be one of my favorite sandwiches, honestly. My dad did it growing
I'm
up,
gonna have to walk out of
and
here.
I thought it was
What-
disgusting, but I love a bacon and peanut butter sandwich.
Okay, so how does that work? Is it
Oh.
like strips of bacon?
Yes.
Or crumbles? It's strips.
Yeah, it's
and
not slabs of bacon. It's strips of bacon on toast and peanut butter, and it's warm. The peanut butter's warm because of the toast, right?
right.
Put the bacon on it. The bacon's warm. Golly, it's delicious. You hear people
That's a
like
little bit wild.
bacon and mayonnaise sandwiches or some random stuff. No, peanut butter and bacon's absolutely delicious.
I might have to try that
You try it and let me know.
when my wife's out of town,
Sure.
because she would never let me hear the end of that.
Whoever, like
But
bananas and peanut butter, right? I've never
Yeah.
done that, but
I have, weirdest thing I've done with peanut butter is eggs. Eggs and peanut butter. Yeah, sounds crazy. If you put a little bit of peanut butter in it, though, it's almost like Kung Pao chicken. How has that kind of little nutty taste
yowzer.
doing the eggs?
Like
That's the weirdest
scrambled
thing.
eggs?
Yeah,
or fried?
scrambled eggs.
Really?
Yep, you put the peanut butter in, you scramble it with the eggs. Yeah, I did it when I was like going to the gym super consistently, and I just needed more protein and everything. And I was like, peanut butter has protein. I just slapped it in there, and
Wow.
it wasn't bad.
I'll try that if you try the bacon and peanut butter sandwich.
That's a deal. I'll do it.
Just let me know. Like back, Shepherd used to have me do stupid stuff on social media to try to get more views. It was nasty. We don't even have to talk about that. It's probably still up there, I guess. But
Yeah, it's out there. You gotta look at the videos.
those were horrible days. All right, so I think we have to wrap it up soon. We've talked about restaurants. We've talked about United Contracting and Roofing, how to reach you. How do they reach you again? They call you?
Yeah, phone number, email. Phone number is usually best. I pick up my phone for any call I get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even if it's spam. Good
Exactly. Yeah, I get like probably 20 spam calls a day, and I pick it up and they say, "Hello, this is business listing verification," or something. I'm like, I'm sorry.
How do you answer your phone? This is Shepherd with United Contract and Roofer. This is Shepherd. You just,
Yeah,
hello.
usually I'm just like, "Hey, this is Shepherd. How's it going?"
And what's the number?
82. All right, hang on.
864.
Yeah, business number 864-660-3529.
Awesome. United Contract and Roofing, commercial or residential. You come out and do free estimates.
Yeah, so especially if your roof is over 10 years old, usually between 10 and 15 years old.
Mine's 40, I think.
40,
Yeah.
40 years old, man. You might not have a roof on there anymore.
It feels like it is, but probably isn't. But
Yeah. So before 10 years old, you're probably going to be okay. Unless you've had like a tree fall on it or you had a bunch of hail, like big hail. Normally they're pretty resistant to everything up until 10 years. 10 years is when it starts breaking down, getting a little bit more brittle. So between 10 and 15, that's usually where we find, some degranulation, a little bit of damage up there, things like that. And then that's usually when insurance will come in and they'll be able to pay for some stuff. So normally if you're in that range of 10 to 15 years, that's like the sweet spot of getting your roof replaced. That's the cheapest time to do it.
Gotcha. So if it's like 20 or 30-year-old roof,
Yeah.
you're out of luck?
Well, actually, insurance companies have started prorating the roof after 15 years.
Oh.
And so it goes from paying for a full replacement at 14 years to now they're only paying 50% of the roof's value
Wow.
at 15. So
I should have asked this earlier.
Yeah, it's a very important thing to note because people are like, man, I've got like a 30-year roof on my house. Like it's going to be completely fine.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, that's true. It might last 30 years. We get a lot of inclement weather up here in this area. And so oftentimes it doesn't last 30 years. And so the best time to get it replaced is at, that 10 to 15-year mark because then that's hopefully if you have any damage up there, insurance would pay for it. So, yeah.
Sounds like Shepherd's coming to visit our house.
Hey, there we go.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to wind it up. Anything you can think of we missed?
I don't think so.
Awesome. So we've learned about some favorite spots to eat, favorite spots to visit, where to get your roof repaired.
Yeah.
You have any questions for Shepherd? He's giving you his number, 864.
660-3529.
Awesome. Feel free to call or text him. He loves talking to people.
That's right.
Well, thanks again, Shepherd, for taking
Absolutely.
time. Thank you all for listening and watching, and keep living local.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Ed. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us on Living Local with Frisbee Real Estate. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the podcast and share it with a friend. To learn more about Frisbee Real Estate, your lifelong home resource, visit frisbeerealestate.com. Until next time, keep living local.